How you doing? I know. I said I wasn't gonna do Identity Sunday again. I wasn't gonna record again. As a matter of fact, listen, I've done a whole hours. I think about 45 minutes of saying a lot of things, and it didn't stop. I think it jammed up and it wouldn't stop. So I have to do this again. But I've actually done a whole 45 minutes of just talking and having conversation with you. And some way, somehow, it didn't save. But time is running out, so I got to do this short one. And I hope I remember every single thing that I said. But what I'm doing today, I haven't actually treated my plans well lately, because every Sunday I was filming Identity Sunday. So today that I'm free, I decided to trim the edges.
I'm sitting all alone, thinking about this life, the past is going by. All the days
today I decided to trim the edge. I mean, I spent a whole 45 minutes talking, and this didn't capture. That's crazy. But I decided to do. I haven't uploaded any video for the past couple of days, right? I think the past 3 days, and this reason beyond my control. I couldn't control it. I couldn't help it. There was nothing I could do about it. So there were reasons behind my control. That's how come I haven't come your way the past couple of days. And tonight we are having our community meeting on Zoom. We're having our community meeting on Zoom, and it's going to be amazing. I want to teach you something very spiritual tonight. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is just. I'm sad. Like, it really got to me when I discovered, or I found out that it didn't save, or it wasn't recorded anymore, because I said a whole lot of stuff. I said a lot of stuff, and I don't even remember. I don't even remember some of the things that I said. I taught how to transplant, how to see a tree that you like and transplant a tree. It didn't come. All gone now. I don't even know what I'm saying again, because I've done all that video and it's all gone. But I want to say, make sure you are on Zoom tonight. If you are not on the community page, our community page, please, the link is in the video description. Be on the community page, and it's going to be a blessing to you. I haven't done this in a while, honestly, because I was paying attention to Identity Sunday. But today that I'm free, I decided to take a day out and just trim my edges. So I actually took you through the whole thing when I started. Some of the virgin plants, that some of the herbs over here, that I tried to explain them, but I don't know. They just wouldn't take it. So I even introduced you guys to Michael. Michael, we got to do the introduction again. So, because whilst I was filming, Michael came to the gate, and then I had to go get him. So it was only right that I introduced him to you guys, because whilst I was filming, he came in. And yeah, but I'm excited for tonight. I'm really excited for tonight. I'm excited for everything that is going to happen. We're going to have an amazing time tonight. Yeah, so I was talking about dream. What else was I talking about? What else was I talking about? Yes, I was talking about what happened this week, the fact that they killed one of our brothers, George Floyd. And when I saw it, listen, I was so upset. I was so angered in my spirit. And I was saying to myself, if there was anybody spiritual around him, around that police officer, all that he had to do was to get a local egg and schnapp. That's all. That's it. The local egg and schnapp. Listen, I'm not teaching anybody. This information, this knowledge is not for wickedness. This knowledge is to protect ourselves, is to protect our families, to protect our children. So when I saw that, I'm like, don't anybody have local egg around? I mean, when I say local eggs, I mean egg from a local chicken. I don't even know how you guys can understand it. But from a local bed, local poultry bed, local chicken, and when you get an egg and you get schnapp, you crack the egg, you pour the schnapp on it, you speak over it, and in 7 days, this police guy would never see daylight again, would never see life. His life would be taken out. The spirit of the fathers will just come for him like that. That's the power of our spirituality. That is the power of what we have. That's the potency of our prayer. We just don't talk. When we pray, we see, listen, things are happening. I saw another video of a police officer saying to another white lady that you watch the video, just watch the video. Just watch it.
Now listen to me. Call the person that was coming to get you. Tell them they don't need to come. All right? Yes. Okay? So go ahead and call them. I'm going to take you to jail, and I'm going to impound the car.
Before that, she needs to go to...
No.
I can't call them if you don't open the door.
Why can't you?
Because I will not put my...
Use your phone. It's in your lap right there.
I just don't want to put my hands down. I'm really sorry. I'm just...
You're just really wrong.
No. I've just been way too many videos of problems.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right? All the videos you've seen, have you seen any white people get killed? You have.
I don't know what's in his heart, but I certainly know what came out of his mouth. And it's inexcusable, and we have to take appropriate action. The recommendation is to terminate his employment from the Cobb County Police Department.
The door. Now listen to me. Call the person that was coming to get you. Tell them they don't need to come. All right? Yes. Okay? So go ahead and call them. I'm going to take you to jail, and I'm going to impound the car.
Before that, she needs to go to...
No.
I can't call them if you don't open the door.
Why can't you?
Because I will not put my...
Use your phone. It's in your lap right there.
I mean, you just seen the video telling the white lady that don't worry, we only kill black people. That is what I'm saying. All you need is a schnapp and local eggs. And speak over it and let's see. Mention his name. Speak over it and let's see if he will live to see their light again. This craziness got to stop. We got to wake up. We got to rise up. We got to own our spirituality, our identity, so that we can fight back. Listen, sometimes when you are too nice, nobody takes you serious. When you're too nice, nobody takes you serious. Sometimes you got to wake up. You got to really wake up and do what you must do. Sometimes you just got to do what you must do. And that's just about it. It's irritating and it's annoying to see that they keep killing our brothers and sisters. Listen, I saw another post. Somebody was saying that black folks, when a black man kills a black man, is okay, but when a white person kills a black man, it's racism. When are we going to wake up? I'm like, dude, don't even say that. Don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that, because yes, there's no single race on the face of the earth that don't kill themselves. The only difference is that they do it discreetly. I'm not applauding it. I'm not saying go kill each other. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that they do it discreetly. They hide it. They don't let you see it. They don't let you know it, right? But the others, we do it in public and we brag about it. We shoot a brother down. We brag about shooting your brother. Look at the person's face. That's your brother. That's your sister. That's your child. That's somebody's daughter. When you shoot yourself, you give them reasons to do videos like this, and you give them reasons to do the things that they do. That is why they don't respect you. Nobody is going to go out and respect you if you don't respect yourself. So if we want our family, if we want our brothers and sisters, if we want these other people, I'm not going to name any names, but if we want these other people to respect us, then we got to start respecting ourselves. We got to start putting respect on each other. When they see that we are respecting ourselves, trust me, it'll force them to respect us. The spirit of our fathers are not going to be behind us if we are not together, if we are not united. So long as, tell me, who should the spirit of the fathers back? A or B? So long as we stand apart, they're not going to support us. Spiritually, they're not going to back us up. Until we come together, we fight as one. There's a saying in Akan, specifically Ashanti, say, Okuma pima apembeba. Okuma pima apembeba. Simply means kotoko. Okuma pima simply means that when you kill 1,000, 1,000 more will come out. Yeah. That is our spirit. That's our attitude. When we come together and you kill 1,000, 1,000 will come up the next day. But when we don't unite, when we don't fight, I was pissed that nobody was going towards the police people. I know, yeah, everybody will say they will shoot you down. Yeah, but do something. They've been shooting us all this while. We don't do anything, so they keep shooting us. I just taught you, get local eggs, get schnapp, crack the eggs, pour the schnapp over it, speak over it. You see what will happen.
Better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. Well, so you can have him. And here's what I'll say.
Listen, the knowledge that we have is not for wickedness. The spirit of our fathers will not support you if this knowledge that you were getting, and some of these deep things, I will only say them on the Zoom platform. But the spirit of our fathers are not going to support us if we don't start speaking the truth. They're not going to support us. If we don't start fighting for each other, fighting for one another, if we don't start uniting and stop killing ourselves, the powers that be will not support us. But the powers that be do not support wickedness. Any spiritualist or any priest that you go to and they will kill anybody for you just like that is not a real priest. There's a foul spirit involved. There's an unclean spirit. There's a wicked spirit involved, because you were not supposed to kill your brother. We are not supposed to kill. If the powers there be want to take out somebody for what they did, that's okay. But in this case, as the white man, just killing with hate, with total hate. Just killing George Floyd with total hate, with absolute hate. Oh no, it's on. I'm telling you, it's on. They're gonna, when you call the fathers, they're gonna show up and they're gonna do the job. You don't need no guns or knives. They're gonna do the job. They're gonna show you what real power is. Listen, let's wake up. This is our time to wake up. We gotta wake up. The other video, the routes, you see, these white people going around destroying the black communities, wearing hoodies and all of that to make it look like it's the black people that are destroying our communities. They don't take us serious. I don't care what intentions they have. That's not their battle. They should stay out of it. This is our battle. They will never understand it like we would understand it. We got to learn to fight for ourselves. Other races, they also kill themselves, but they kill themselves when the race, when the person brings shame upon the family, and they do it discreetly. They know how to do it so that they set an example out of you, so that the younger generation would not bring shame onto the family, would fight for each other, would support each other. But what do? We don't do that. We always hating each other. The day the powers there be will be strongly behind us will be the day that you wake up, you as an individual, wake up and say, no more hating my brother. I'm going to support my brother. I'm going to support my sister. When you come to that place of understanding and growth and spirituality, all of a sudden, the realms of the spirit opens up for you and you begin to do. So long as you have hate in your heart, spirituality would never take place in your life. For spirituality to grow, to increase, to materialize, to manifest, to germinate, to expand in you and give you potency, you got to take the hate out of your heart. Listen, this is not Identity Sunday. I'm just talking. People say that, well, I want to understand, I want to be spiritual, I want to be powerful, I want to understand spirituality. The first place of spirituality is love. Without love, you cannot be spiritual. And you see, the law of spirituality is that you got to love everybody, not just your brother. You got to love everybody, you got to support everybody, you got to defend everybody, not just your brother. You got to defend the innocent, the orphan. That's the first law of spirituality. So if you want to be spiritual, that's your first clue. That's your first law. Love one another. Anyway, another thing I want to talk about is that we got to give each other room to grow. I believe coming into the truth is not a easy journey. I don't think you just wake up one day and say, I'm in the truth. I don't think you do that. It takes time. Everybody went through the process. So I want us to begin to tolerate each other. I want us to begin to give each other space, give each other time. Time to grow, time to heal, time to transition. It's transitional. You're coming from one place to the other. So you transition into the truth. You transition, you change into the truth. You are living one place, and it's not easy. So please, when people come on to this family, when people start discovering the truth, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's show them love. They need more love than you can ever imagine, because it's not easy letting go of what you've known your entire life. It's not easy at all letting go an entire life, something you've known all your life. So when our brothers and sisters come into the truth, Please allow them ask all the questions they want to ask. That's one of the significant reasons why we are doing this Zoom community anyways. We allow each other come into the knowledge of the truth. That is why you can ask me any question and I will never get offended. I'll never get upset. You understand what I'm saying? You can ask me anything and I will never get upset. So please, let's allow each other ask a lot of questions. When we come tonight on the Zoom community, let open up. Let's welcome everybody. Some people will still hang on to Jesus for a while. Let them be. When they're still saying all that cross, whatever it is, let them say it. With time, they're also going to know the truth. So that just as you are giving them tolerance and love and care and teaching them, they would also grow into the truth and they would also teach somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's time to wake up. It's time we wake up. It's time we wake up and it's time we start fighting for ourselves. We start fighting for one another. This is wake up season. It's time to wake up and start teaching each other the truth. And the only how we're going to do that is to love one another. Don't call anybody silly. Don't call anybody names. Don't think you're better than anybody. Don't think you're smarter than anybody. You're not better than anybody. You're not smarter than anybody. You're not wiser than anybody. Everybody got their own flow. Every single person has got what the Most High blessed them with. You understand what I'm saying? Every single person has got what the Most High blessed them with. So when you know something, it doesn't mean somebody else is dumb. No, it means that you know something, somebody else knows something. We all know something. When we all bring what we know together, it becomes something really solid. And that's how we grow. That's how we increase as a family. You don't put it in people's face because you know something. Whatever you think you know, somebody knows more than you. Whatever you think you know, somebody knows more than you. So this is not the time for you to be prideful and arrogant and walk with shoulders high and start putting people down. And there's the thing. Why do we always attack what we don't know? I don't understand that. Why do we? You be amazed on Twitter. I don't get it. I have a tough skin. You have no idea my history. So nothing gets to me. But what I'm saying is that why do we go up and attack each other for things we don't know? Oh, an orange just fell down. There's actually an orange tree, so an orange just fell down like that. I can just stretch and plug one. This from the orange tree, fresh oranges. I don't really take oranges because I'm blood O, and blood O, we don't do well with oranges. Michael, I plugged an orange for you. Listen, when we don't know something, don't talk about it. If somebody else is saying something that you don't know, don't talk about it. Don't say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say. You don't know. So just keep quiet. Let me plug another one. This is another orange. That's what we want to do. We want to, listen, we want to come together, find ways and means to grow our own food so that we can ship. If you're not in the motherland yet, if you're not in Africa yet, in Ghana yet, wherever you are, if you're part of this community, what we can do is that we can ship. I'm giving ideas away freely. Man, I will talk about it on the Zoom community. Michael, where are you? You understand? So when you don't know something, don't go and jump on somebody's neck. We are all studying. We are all learning. We are all trying to get the truth. So when you know something, teach. When you don't know something, ask questions. Don't just come. If you even know something, somebody else is saying something else, come for me. When you know something, somebody else is saying something else. One second. When you know something, somebody is saying something else, don't just start to opening your mouth and disrespecting everybody else. We don't know how to honor elders. We don't know how to talk to elders. Somebody can come on social media and just speak anyhow. You don't even know the person you're talking to is an elder. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's start respecting ourselves. Remember what I said earlier? When we respect ourselves, they will respect us. Let's start honoring ourselves. When we honor ourselves, they will honor us. Let's start giving respect to elders. Don't think because it's social media, you can just stand there and say whatever you want to say to an elder. That's disrespectful. When you disrespect your elders, your days will be short on earth. When you disrespect your elders, your days will be short on earth. So please, when you don't know something, somebody else is saying some stuff, just keep quiet. If you don't agree, pass on. If you agree, listen. If you want to learn, listen. If you don't understand something, ask questions rather than coming off and disrespecting anybody. Anyway, this is Michael. Come let him see you. So, like I said, the video cut. So, whilst he's the one who helps me around and get some soil and stuff and plants and all of that. So, Michael, let me ask you this: if somebody meets you outside and asks you, "Who is this guy? What does he do?" What would you say? No, say it too. Let him hear you.
He's the man of God.
No, that's all you say.
He's cool and he teaches people the right way.
Don't say things because I'm standing here. You have to be honest to yourself.
He's cool, and when you've done something that's not right, he teaches you the right way. Most of the times, I don't do the right thing, so call me and he advise me that what I
Michael, this is not what I wanted to. This is not what I'm about. What I'm saying is, okay, let me ask you this way. You have been here for a while now, right? You have been in this house. When you come here, how do you feel? What do you experience when you are working around here?
Most of the times when I'm here, I see you preaching. Maybe you're on the phone preaching and talking to.
Listen, let's let him go. Go and do your job. All the stuff he said, that's not really what I was trying to get him to say was what he feels spiritually, like the environment, what he feels when he comes around the spirituality of the place that he's all about. So that's it. Listen, we got to learn to love one another. One more thing. Let me show you something. So I want to show you this herb. When I plugged it, I don't want to keep plugging the roots. Man, listen, these roots. Anyway, let me not talk about the roots now. But this roots. But let me tell you about this herb itself. This is what we call. It's not matured yet, but I had to plug it out. I'm sorry. Okay. I had to plug it out because I want to teach you something. It's not matured yet, but this is called Temrikakoshepo. I don't know the English word for it, but I'm actually going to look for the English word for your sake. This is called Temrikakoshepo. This herb, when you do the right things to it, when you prepare it the right way, this herb will show you who is betraying you. This herb right here would reveal to you who is betraying you. That's how powerful this herb is. When you prepare it the right way. I want to do that tonight. Please, when you come online, please remind me. That's the Zoom conference or the teachings on Zoom. When you come online, remind me so that I speak on this, because this is a very powerful herb. So I want to teach it. I want to speak on it. If you live in an area that, I don't know if you see it up close. Can you see it? Yes. So if you live in an area that you have this herb, please take care of it. Make sure you take care of it, because there's a very powerful herb. It does so many amazing things. And one of its potency is that it reveals to you who is betraying you? Who is backstabbing you? If somebody hates you and somebody is fighting against you, trying everything possible to make sure you lose at something, or something don't work out the way it's supposed to, this is your herb. When somebody is fighting you, listen, when you do it the right way, in a matter of days, hours or days, they will come out and confess. They will come out and confess. So when you have this herb around you, we call it Temikako Shepo. I'll try and look for the name so that by the evening I teach you what the name is, but it's called Temikako Shepo. It's one of the most powerful herbs spiritually you can have around. I would want, with time, I would want to teach you a lot of herbs and how to use a lot. Even I'll teach you how to break covenants. I'll teach you how to break covenants, how to break curses, how to break with just herbs. Stay blessed. Don't miss tonight for anything. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. Our first Zoom class or family meeting is going to be amazing. And we'll talk about a whole lot of things and the things we want to do moving forward. Have a great Sunday. I didn't mean to come your way today. I just decided to just show up a little bit, just a little bit. Stay blessed. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Tonight, 7 p.m. GMT on Zoom. I love you guys.
And there's one thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. Everything, every idea, every so-called religion was meant to dominate and to control. You were the ones with the illusions. Why is it that you are so naive? You let people redress something that you invented, sell it back to you, and enslave you through it. Our relationship with the people of the world and the fact that we created peaceful nations that had no word for jail because no one had ever gone to one. No word for old people's home because no one ever threw away grandma and grandpa. No word for orphanage. We did all of this, and over half of human civilization was over before we knew that a European was in the world. Before he wore a shoe or lived in a house that had a window. Now, Africa has always and still is the prize for the whole world. We have always been the prize because we have always had and still have something that other people won't, think they can't do without, and don't care to pay for. Because we have always been the prize, we have been under siege for over 3,000 years. The main thing imperialism did, slavery and imperialism, they removed African people from the respectful commentary of history. When they discovered you, they began to prey on you. And what we have to understand now, in the period of superior brainwashing, is there is no European answer for African problems. Either Africans find a solution to African problems, or there is no solution, and if you don't find a solution soon, you go back into slavery. We have to stop all of this nonsense about who belongs to what religion when all of them were imposed on us in the first place. We stop all this fight between Muslims and Christians when neither one of the religions are doing them any good or moving them toward independence. All of them are handmaids of conquerors. All of them are religions of conquerors. We were naive when we accepted their interpretation of something that we had all along. I'm saying we need to take a good look at ourselves. I'm not talking about burning churches. I'm not talking about getting rid of religions. Understand me well. I am saying that every single thing that touches your life, religious, socially, and politically, must be an instrument of your liberation, or you must throw it into the ash can of history. We've been the victims of propaganda. Now, the Bible that you get so dewy-eyed over is one of the greatest pieces of propaganda ever written. If you want to read the Bible, why don't you read the Bible one day and read Mein Kampf the next day and see the comparison? That's hard on your mind. Because you think if you don't have Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, you don't have to have spirituality. I've got more spirituality after I put all of them down. A lot of people need to stop reading some religious books and read some straight history. Without fable, without supposition, without myth. Read straight history. The Europeans doing the slave trade not only read the African out of history, they colonized history, they colonized information about history. That what you have to do is take a holistic look. Not only at your position in the world, but your potential in the world. But if there are a billion of you on the face of this earth, scattered all over the world, what do you need with a friend other than yourself? Why can't you turn inward on yourself and say, I will wear no clothes I don't produce. Start with your underwear. I wear no shoes that's not made by a brother. You're creating a shoe factory, employment at once. Start buying aeroplanes, break them down and study them, and later on make aeroplanes. What this whole thing is about is the restoration of confidence. It has been the role of these handmaidens of colonialism to destroy your confidence in yourself. We produced the first human society that said you can't be a king unless you got a queen. You can't be a god unless you got a goddess. We got confused with someone else's ideas, someone else's concept and definition of us. What we have to understand is that faith has not spared us for an idle reason. What is there in us that made us strong enough to take this heavy blow? 500 years of slavery, one way or the other. Slavery, neo-colonialism. What made us strong enough to survive? What is faith saved us to do? And inasmuch as we gave the world its first humanity, faith has saved us to give the world its last humanity. What we have to do is to believe it, to believe that we are worthy of it, and to believe that we are capable of it. What black studies should be about, what black religion should be about, is the restoration of the confidence. And the restoration of the confidence is we must rule the state again. Then, in coordination with other African people throughout the world, we will give the world a new lease on life. We must answer the call of the great African-American poet, Margaret Walker, who said, let the dirges end, let a new peace begin. Let us write a new covenant for the freedom of ourselves in the world. African men throughout the world need to step forward and answer Sister Margaret and say, Sister Margaret, we have heard your call. With our women at our side, we are ready to pick up the challenge. We are ready to start a revolution that will change the world. We won't get ready tomorrow because tomorrow's things are left to tomorrow. We will start our revolution right now, and we will start it with ourselves. Thank you.